Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Do you want to be average? Do you want to wake up every day, go through the motions, live for the weekend, and one day look back with regret? Or do you want to stand out? Do you want to rise above the noise, above the doubt, above the excuses? Because if you do, then you must do what the 99% are not doing. The difference between the ones who dream and the ones who achieve is simple: habits, discipline, and a relentless refusal to settle. Success leaves clues, but so does failure. And most people follow the path of least resistance. They do what's comfortable, what's safe, what's easy. But I'm here to tell you, the 1% don't take shortcuts, they take the road less traveled. Most people want success, but very few are willing to do what it takes to earn it. They love the idea of winning, but they don't love the process. They talk about their dreams, but when it's time to put in the work, they hesitate, they procrastinate, they make excuses. And that's why they stay exactly where they are. But the ones who truly make it, the ones who rise above, they have one thing in common: they outwork everybody. They don't just put in effort, they put in more effort than anyone else. They don't just show up. They show up early, stay late, and give more than what's expected. The truth is, talent alone won't get you there. Natural ability can only take you so far. You see it all the time. People who have potential but never reach it because they rely on what they were born with, instead of developing the discipline to sharpen it. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. That's the secret that most people miss. The greats in any field, sports, business, entertainment, whatever it is, didn't just get lucky. They didn't just wake up one day at the top. They put in hours, days, years of unseen work. When the cameras weren't rolling, when nobody was clapping, when there was no guarantee of success, they kept going. The average person does the minimum. They do what's required and nothing more. They want the reward, but they don't want the sacrifice. They punch the clock, counting down the hours, waiting for the weekend, waiting for the vacation, waiting for a break. But the ones who outwork everybody, they create their own opportunities. They stay ahead because they're willing to push themselves beyond what's comfortable. They understand that mastery comes from repetition, from consistency, from doing the things that others won't. While others sleep, they're working. While others are distracted, they're focused. While others quit, they push forward. The grind is their fuel. They don't complain about the effort it takes because they know the work they put in today will separate them from the rest tomorrow. The truth is, if you want to be great at anything, you have to be obsessed with improvement. You have to be willing to do the extra reps, read the extra books, make the extra calls, take the extra steps that most people ignore. That's what makes the difference. It's not about working yourself into exhaustion, but it is about working with purpose. It's about doing more than what is expected, more than what is comfortable, more than what most people think is possible. The world doesn't reward average. It doesn't remember the ones who simply did enough. It remembers the ones who went beyond, who sacrificed, who pushed past their limits. If you want success, you have to outwork everybody. Not just once, not just when you feel like it, but every single day. Most people live their lives trapped by the opinions of others. They make decisions based on what will be accepted, what will be praised, and what will make them fit in. They hesitate to take risks, to step outside the box, or to chase their true passions because they are too afraid of judgment. They ask themselves, what will people think? And that one question keeps them stuck. It keeps them in jobs they hate, in relationships that don't serve them, in routines that drain them. But the ones who break free, the ones who rise above, understand a simple truth. You don't need permission to chase your destiny. Seeking approval is a prison. It keeps you small. It keeps you dependent on the validation of others. And that kind of life is not a life of power. The truth is, no matter what you do, people will have something to say. If you succeed, they'll criticize. If you fail, they'll mock you. If you do nothing, they'll still judge. So why waste your energy trying to please people who will never be satisfied? The greats never asked for approval. They never waited for someone to tell them they were good enough. They believed in themselves when no one else did. They had a vision and they followed it even when the world doubted them. The reason most people seek approval is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not belonging, fear of standing alone. But the truth is, Standing alone is the price of greatness. If you want to be extraordinary, you can't expect to be understood by the ordinary. If you want to create something new, you can't expect people to see the vision before it's real. People fear what they don't understand, and they resist what challenges their way of thinking. That's why so many people give up on their dreams. They let the doubts of others become their own. They let someone else's small mind shrink their potential. But those who truly succeed learn to block out the noise. You have to trust yourself. You have to move in silence. Stop explaining yourself to people who will never see the bigger picture. Stop waiting for validation from those who have never walked the path you are on. Most people are afraid to take risks, so they will project their fears onto you. But that has nothing to do with you. Their limitations do not have to be your reality. The ones who make history, who build legacies, who change the game, are the ones who stopped caring about approval. They focused on their work. They put in the hours. They believed in themselves even when nobody else did. They understood that success is not about being liked. It's about being respected. And respect is earned through action, not through begging for acceptance. The sooner you realize that you don't need permission to be great, the sooner you'll start moving like the 1%. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort. They seek what's easy, what's familiar, what doesn't challenge them. They avoid failure, rejection, hard work, and anything that makes them feel uneasy. But the truth is, everything you want in life, every goal, every dream, every level of success is on the other side of discomfort. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain average is simple. The great ones are willing to embrace discomfort. They don't run from it. They don't avoid it. They lean into it because they know that struggle builds strength and pressure creates power. The mind is wired to seek comfort. It's designed to protect you, to keep you safe from risk, from danger, from the unknown. That's why so many people never push past their limits. The moment something gets difficult, they quit. The moment they feel fear, they back down. But what they don't realize is that discomfort is not the enemy, it's the path. Growth never happens in a place of ease. The strongest muscles are built through resistance. The sharpest minds are forged through challenge. The greatest successes come from enduring failure and pushing through the pain. Think about anyone who has ever achieved something significant. They didn't get there by playing it safe. They didn't reach the top by staying in their comfort zone. They struggled. They sacrificed. They went through sleepless nights, endless setbacks, and countless moments of doubt. But they kept going. They embraced the discomfort because they understood that pain is temporary, but the rewards of perseverance last a lifetime. The problem with most people is that they quit too soon. They feel the pressure, they feel the fear, and they assume it means they're not meant to continue. But the truth is that pressure is the sign that they are moving in the right direction. You have to rewire the way you see discomfort. Instead of running from it, welcome it. Instead of fearing it, use it as fuel. Every time you push through something difficult, you get stronger. Every time you face a fear and overcome it, you build confidence. The greatest version of yourself is waiting on the other side of struggle. But you'll never meet that version if you refuse to step outside your comfort zone. The world belongs to those who are willing to get uncomfortable, to take risks, to fail and try again. If you want to elevate your life, stop choosing what's easy. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop hoping for shortcuts. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Train your mind to endure hardship. Chase the struggle because struggle builds character. And when you learn to embrace discomfort, when you stop seeing it as something to fear and start seeing it as the key to your growth, you will separate yourself from the 99% and step into the life you were meant to live. Most people start strong, but very few finish. They begin with energy, with excitement, with big dreams, but the moment they face resistance, they slow down. When things don't go their way, they hesitate. When success doesn't come fast enough, they give up. That's why the majority stay stuck in the same place, because they lack relentlessness. The ones who achieve greatness, the ones who rise above, have one defining trait. They refuse to stop. They keep going no matter how many times they fail, no matter how many doors close, no matter how many obstacles stand in their way. They are relentless. Being relentless means there is no backup plan. There is no safety net. There is no, if this doesn't work, I'll try something else. No, There is only forward. There is only pushing harder. When others slow down, the relentless ones speed up. When others doubt, they double down. When others quit, they find another way. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They don't wait for permission. They move, they execute, they make things happen. The world doesn't reward talent alone. It rewards persistence. How many people do you know who are talented but never did anything with it? How many people had potential but let it slip away because they weren't willing to put in the work? The truth is, talent means nothing without effort, and effort means nothing without consistency. Being relentless is about showing up every day, whether you feel like it or not. It's about doing the work even when no one is watching. It's about grinding when there's no applause, no recognition, no instant payoff. Most people stop at the first sign of failure. They take rejection personally. They let setbacks break them. But those who are relentless, they don't just bounce back. They push harder. They understand that failure is part of the process. They see rejection as redirection. They take every loss as a lesson, adjust, and keep moving. They don't get distracted by emotions, by opinions, by setbacks. They are locked in. Their vision is unshakable. To be relentless, you have to eliminate hesitation. The moment you start second guessing, you lose momentum. The moment you look for an easy way out, you weaken your mindset. If you want something bad enough, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. No shortcuts, no excuses, no waiting for the right time. The right time is now. The right time is when you decide that nothing will stop you. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is relentlessness. It's the refusal to stop when things get hard. It's the ability to keep moving when everything inside you wants to quit. It's the mindset that says, I will not lose because I will not stop. That is what separates the great from the average. That is what turns dreams into reality. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but most people never take control of it. They allow their thoughts to be dictated by fear, doubt, and negativity. They let circumstances determine their attitude. They let other people's opinions shape their self-worth. They don't realize that success, happiness, and achievement all begin in the mind. The ones who rise to the top are the ones who master their mindset. They understand that everything they do, everything they achieve starts with how they think. Most people are controlled by their emotions. If they feel motivated, they work hard. If they feel discouraged, they slow down. If they feel doubt, they quit. But that's why most people never reach their full potential, because they let temporary feelings dictate their long-term success. The great ones don't operate that way. They don't wait to feel inspired, they create their own motivation. They don't wait for confidence, they build it by taking action. They don't wait for the right conditions, they adjust their mindset to make the conditions right. The truth is, your thoughts shape your reality. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you won't. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, you'll prove yourself right. But if you train your mind to believe in yourself, to see challenges as opportunities, to push through fear instead of being paralyzed by it, you will accomplish things you never thought possible. Your mind will either be your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. And that choice is yours. Most people spend their days feeding their mind with distractions, negativity, and doubt. They scroll through social media comparing themselves to others. They listen to people who tell them what they can't do. They dwell on past failures instead of future possibilities. But those who master their mindset protect their mental space. They control what they allow into their mind. They feed themselves knowledge, inspiration, and discipline. They remind themselves daily that they are capable, that they are strong, that they are in control. Mastering your mindset isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing how you respond to it. Life will test you. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and failures. But the ones who succeed are the ones who refuse to let those moments define them. They see setbacks as stepping stones. They see problems as puzzles to solve. They see pressure as an opportunity to grow. They don't let fear win because they know that fear is just a story the mind tells to keep them comfortable. If you don't control your mind will control you. If you don't train it, life will train it for you. And life doesn't always give you the most empowering beliefs. That's why the ones who rise The ones who separate themselves from the 99% make mastering their mindset a daily practice. They don't let their thoughts limit them. They train their thoughts to push them forward. And once you master your mind, there is nothing that can stop you. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for something to change, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for luck, waiting for someone to hand them success. But the ones who truly make it, the ones who separate themselves from the rest, understand one thing: you are your greatest asset. If you want to level up, if you want to rise above the 99%, you have to invest in yourself. You have to commit to your own growth, your own knowledge, and your own improvement, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Investing in yourself means prioritizing your development over distractions. Most people waste time scrolling through social media, watching mindless entertainment, and filling their minds with negativity. They spend hours consuming content that adds nothing to their future, then wonder why they're stuck in the same place year after year. The ones who win are different. They understand that every book they read, every skill they learn, every hour spent improving themselves is an investment that pays off for a lifetime. They don't just consume, they grow. Knowledge is power, but only if you apply it. Investing in yourself isn't just about reading books or taking courses. It's about implementing what you learn. It's about surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, who push you to be better, who inspire you to think bigger. It's about feeding your mind with the right information, cutting out toxic influences, and putting yourself in environments that elevate you. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing what you expose yourself to. Most people hesitate to invest in themselves because they only see the cost, not the value. They'll spend money on entertainment, on clothes, on temporary pleasures, but they won't invest in a course, a seminar, or a coach that could change their future. They'll say it's too expensive. But what's more expensive? Staying the same? Wasting years living below your potential? Missing out on opportunities because you weren't prepared? The cost of not investing in yourself is far greater than the price of self-improvement. Time is another investment. Most people complain they don't have time, but they spend hours on things that don't serve them. The difference between successful people and everybody else isn't luck, it's how they use their time. They make self-improvement a priority. They wake up early to read, to plan, to train. They sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. They understand that greatness isn't given. It's built through daily habits, through discipline, through constant learning. If you don't invest in yourself, who will? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to do the work for you. If you want more, you have to become more. And the only way to become more is to invest in your mind, your skills, your health, and your future. The greatest return you will ever get in life isn't from stocks, real estate, or business. It's from betting on yourself. That's how you separate yourself from the 99%. Comfort is the enemy of progress. The moment you get comfortable, you stop growing. You stop pushing yourself. You stop reaching for more because you tell yourself you've done enough. And that's why most people never reach their full potential, because they settle. They reach a certain level of success, a certain level of skill, a certain level of achievement, and they slow down. They relax. They think they've made it. But the ones who truly win in life, the ones who reach the highest levels, never get comfortable. They never let success make them lazy, and they never let failure make them stop. Most people don't even realize when they've become comfortable. It happens slowly. At first, they have big dreams, big ambitions, and they're willing to grind for it. They put in the work, they push through struggles, and they start seeing results. Then, without even noticing, they start easing up. They tell themselves they deserve a break. They stop challenging themselves the way they used to. They start protecting what they have instead of going after more. And just like that, they plateau. They stay in the same place, doing the same things, expecting different results. But the ones who refuse to get comfortable, the ones who keep pushing no matter how much they achieve, are the ones who separate themselves from the rest. Growth happens when you are uncomfortable. Strength is built when you are under pressure. Success is created in the moments when you push past what feels easy. The greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the legends in any field, all of them have one thing in common. They are never satisfied. They don't sit back and admire what they've done. They stay hungry. They stay in attack mode. No matter how much they achieve, they act like they're still at the bottom, still chasing, still grinding. The moment you think you've done enough is the moment you start falling behind. Someone out there is hungrier than you. Someone out there is willing to outwork you. Someone out there is putting in the extra reps, studying the extra hours, taking the extra steps. If you slow down, they will pass you. If you stop improving, you will be replaced. That's how the world works. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. What matters is what you do today. The key to lasting success is to always be in a state of evolution, always learning, always growing, always finding new ways to challenge yourself. If you stay the same, you will eventually be left behind. If you stop pushing, you will lose momentum. That's why the best never get comfortable. They train like they're still the underdog. They work like they have everything to prove, and that's what keeps them at the top. If you want to be part of the 1%, if you want to live a life of greatness, never get comfortable. Keep pushing, keep growing, keep moving forward.